still remember all the voices telling me I wasn't strong enough, saying my dreams were way too reckless and life was gonna make me give them up. Some looked at where I started and decided where I'd always be, but they were judging from the outside while God was working secretly. They saw the struggle, but they couldn't see the promise. They saw the valley, but they couldn't see the climb. They were wrong about the story God was writing. They were wrong about the strength I had inside me, because my scars don't tell my future, and my pain can't define me. The one who holds tomorrow is the one who walks beside me. They were wrong. There were nights I almost believed them, moments I questioned who I was, when disappointment filled the silence and hope felt harder to hold on to. But every valley taught me something, every battle helped me see that God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. What looked like an ending was only preparation. What felt like rejection was heaven's redirection. They were wrong about the story God was writing. They were wrong about the strength I had inside me, because my scars don't tell my future, and my pain can't define me. The one who holds tomorrow is the one who walks beside me. They were wrong. David looked too small, Joseph looked forgotten, Daniel looked surrounded, Moses looked disqualified. But heaven wasn't looking at what everybody else could see, because God has a habit of choosing impossibilities. They were wrong about the story God was writing. They were wrong about the strength I had inside me, because my scars don't tell my future, and my pain can't define me. The one who holds tomorrow is the one who walks beside me. They were wrong, yes, they were wrong. So if somebody told you you'll never make it, if somebody convinced the one that called your name, and he hasn't changed his mind about you.
Spent so many years trying to prove it, trying to be somebody I was not, chasing approval from a world that's changing, running after things that never satisfied. Every smile became a performance, every weakness stayed behind a wall, until I found myself exhausted, trying to carry it all. Jesus met me in the middle of the person I was hiding from, and for the first time in a long time, I could finally breathe. I don't have to pretend anymore, I don't have to carry that weight, I don't have to prove my worth. Your love already settled that. The world keeps telling me, be stronger, be bigger than I really am, but you keep teaching me there's freedom in resting where I stand. I've learned heaven isn't impressed by titles hanging on a wall, or by the trophies people celebrate when the lights are on. The things that matter most to God can't be measured here below. He sees the heart behind the worship, the places nobody knows. And every time I lay my pride down, I find something better there, a peace this world could never give, and a love beyond compare. I don't have to pretend anymore, I don't have to carry that weight, I don't have to prove my worth. Your love already settled that. The world keeps telling me, be stronger, be bigger than I really am, but you keep teaching me there's freedom in resting where I stand. The lower I kneel, the closer you seem, the more I surrender, the more I believe. The less of me, the more of you, and somehow that's where life becomes new. I don't have to pretend anymore, I don't have to hide my scars, I don't have to wear a mask to be loved for who I am. The world can keep its empty kingdoms and all the things that fade away. I'd rather walk this narrow road with Jesus every day. So if you're tired of pretending, tired of carrying expectations, tired of trying to become someone else, take heart, the God who created you never asked you to impress Him, only to walk with Him. You're not walking alone, because Jesus still walks beside you. Every step of the way.
Sometimes the hardest thing God asks us to do isn't move. It isn't fight. It isn't figure everything out. Sometimes the hardest thing God asks us to do is trust Him enough to be still. Israel stood trapped between the Red Sea and an approaching army. No way forward, no way back. And that's when God spoke these words: the Lord will fight for you. You need only be still. Maybe this song is for someone standing at their own Red Sea tonight. I was staring at a problem too big for these hands of mine. Every road I thought was open closed one at a time. Fear was breathing down my shoulder like an army drawing near, and I kept searching for a breakthrough while drowning in my fear. Then I heard a quiet whisper, stronger than the waves. You don't have to fight this battle. You don't have to carry it alone. The God who split the sea wide open still knows how to bring His children home. When your strength is almost gone and you've got nothing left to prove, stand still. Watch what God can do. Thought faith meant having answers, having courage every day. But sometimes faith looks like surrender when there's nothing left to say. Sometimes faith is choosing silence when the world demands control. Trusting God is moving mountains deep inside a weary soul. And the same God who made a pathway still makes a way today. You don't have to fight this battle. You don't have to carry it alone. The God who split the sea wide open still knows how to bring His children home. Your strength is almost gone and you've got nothing left to prove, stand still. Watch what God can do. The sea didn't open because they were strong. The sea didn't open because they were brave. The sea opened because God was there. The victory wasn't theirs to earn. The victory was His to give. And if He was faithful then, He'll be faithful now. You don't have to fight this battle. You don't have to carry it alone. The God who split the sea children home.
watch what God can do. So if you're standing at a Red Sea and you can't see your way through, don't let fear write the ending. The Lord is fighting for you. Stand still, take heart. He's not finished yet.
There were nights I drove alone, empty roads, no place felt home. Hands on the wheel, tears in my eyes, asking God why good hearts fight. I learned how to fake a smile, carry hurt mile after mile. Told the world I'd be alright, then broke down every single night. I've had prayers that hit the floor, moments I could take no more. But deep beneath the fear and doubt, I heard a whisper calling out, you're still here, so I'm not finished now. When I thought the flames had won and my last bit of hope was gone, mercy reached into the dark and lit revival in my heart. I'm not finished yet, even with the pain I've kept, even with these tears I hide and all the wounds I hold inside. I'm not finished yet. God is riding through my regrets, through every scar and every test. He's turning brokenness to strength. And if my lungs still breathe tonight, then grace still says there's more to life. No, heaven's not finished with me yet. I've been shattered, I confess, lost in fear and loneliness. There were mornings I woke up too tired just to stand back up. But every scar upon my skin reminds me where God brought me from. What should have buried me for good only proved His love still could. The enemy said, this is done, but God said, watch what I become. Inside a soul the world gave up on, I still create miracles from. When I thought my strength was gone and I couldn't keep holding on, His presence found me in my pain and softly called my name again. I'm not finished yet, even after all I've met, even after all this rain and nights I barely fought the pain. I'm not finished yet. God still speaks through every step, and even when the road gets steep, His hands are holding on to me. And if my heart still beats today, then purpose still remains. No, heaven's not finished with me yet. I still got breath, I still got faith, I still got a God who makes a way. And if He carried me this far, He won't stop now where the broken are. No, this is not where my story ends. He's still healing what's within.
still restoring shattered dreams, still speaking life in front of me. And every time I almost fell, grace reached down and pulled me from hell. So if I'm standing here today, it's only 'cause He made a way. I'm not finished yet, even after all the pain I've met, even after every scar remains. I've seen redemption rise from pain. I'm not finished yet, God still writes with wounded hands, and every chapter filled with tears becomes a testimony here. And if I'm breathing through this fight, then heaven still has plans tonight. No, heaven's not finished with me yet. No, He's not finished yet. So if you feel your story's over, if the weight feels far too much, if you're exhausted from surviving, listen closely. The same God who held me together is holding you right now. And heaven is not finished with you yet. I was sitting on the tailgate of an old truck at sundown, watching dust roll down the highway, wondering why life kept knocking me down. I've heard people say I'd never make it, heard them tell me I should quit, but they never saw the God beside me through every battle I was in. And every scar I carry has a story to tell. I should have given up a long time ago, but grace carried me this far. Victory is coming, I can feel it in my soul. The same God who brought me through the fire is still leading me on. When the road gets hard to travel and the night feels way too long, I'm holding on, I'm staying strong, because victory is coming. There were mornings I woke up tired before the day had even begun, trying to smile through the pressure, trying to keep my footing one step at a time. But every mountain standing before me only taught me how to climb, and every storm that tried to break me left me stronger on the other side. The enemy keeps whispering, you're not gonna make it through, but I've learned not every voice deserves my attention. When I know the voice of truth, victory is coming, I can feel it in my soul. The same God who brought me through the fire is still leading me on. When the road gets hard to travel and the night feels way too long, I'm holding on, I'm staying
The lions look stronger than Daniel, but God always knew what to do. The battle may still be raging, but my hope isn't based on what I see. My hope is built on a Savior who already won the victory. Victory is coming. I can feel it in my soul. The same God who brought me through the fire is still leading me on. When the road gets hard to travel and the night feels way too long, I'm holding on, I'm staying strong, because victory is coming. Yes, victory is coming. So if you're tired tonight, if you're carrying more than you can explain, if you've been fighting battles nobody sees, take heart, the story isn't over. The storm won't last forever, and the God who carried you this far isn't about to stop now. Victory is coming. Just hold on. The alarm went off this morning, and honestly, I didn't want to move. Another day of carrying burdens I didn't get to choose. The mirror showed a weary fighter, trying hard to hide the pain. But somewhere in the quiet darkness, mercy met me once again. I didn't wake up strong, I woke up needing grace, and somehow that was enough to face another day. Just give me strength for one more day, one more mile down this road, one more sunrise full of mercy, one more burden you can hold. I don't need tomorrow's answers, I just need your hand today. And with you beside me, I can make it one more day. Fear still knocks upon my doorway, trouble still knows where I live, but I've seen too much of your faithfulness to stop believing now. Every storm I thought would break me only taught me how to stand, and every valley left a testimony of your steady hand. The mountain hasn't moved yet, but neither have you, and that's enough for me to keep walking through. Just give me strength for one more day, one more mile down this road, one more sunrise full of mercy, one more burden you can hold. I don't need tomorrow's answers, I just need your hand today. you beside me, I can make it one more day. Man, I never fell for 40 years, all at once from heaven above. It came one day at a time, one gift at a time, one proof of love. And maybe that's how grace still works. Maybe that's the better way. Not enough for a lifetime, just enough for today. Just give me strength for one more day, one more mile down this road, one more sunrise full of mercy, one more burden you can hold. I don't need tomorrow's answers, I just need your hand today. With you beside me, I can make it one more day. So if you're tired tonight and tomorrow feels too heavy, don't carry tomorrow. God hasn't asked you to. Just walk with Him today. And when the sun comes up again, He'll have fresh mercy waiting for one more day, one more day, one more day.
Woke up with a heavy heart, trying to carry more than I should. Questions fill the empty spaces where certainty once stood. But every step along this journey reminds me of one simple truth. Through every season of my life, I've never walked without you. You know every road I've traveled, every tear I've tried to hide, and somehow you've been faithful. Every single time you stayed, when fear was standing at my doorway, you stayed when everybody else walked away. When peace was hard to find and hope felt out of reach, your spirit wrapped around my soul and carried me. You stayed. Storms still come without a warning, the mountains still appear ahead. But I've learned that trouble loses power when your promises are stronger instead. I feel your hand in every sunrise, your mercy in the darkest night. And when I cannot see tomorrow, your presence is my light. I've seen enough of your goodness to trust you once again. You stayed when fear was standing at my doorway. You stayed when everybody else walked away. When peace was hard to find and hope felt out of reach, your spirit wrapped around my soul and carried me. You stay. I don't need every answer to know that you are near. I don't need to understand it all to know you're here, because your presence is the promise that has never let me go, and your love keeps holding me more than I'll ever know. You stay when fear was standing at my doorway. You stay when everybody else walked away. When peace was hard to find and hope felt out of reach, your spirit wrapped around my soul and carried me. You stay, you stay. So if you're wondering tonight whether God still sees you, or whether heaven still knows your name, take heart. The God who walked with you yesterday is walking with you now, and He isn't leaving, He's staying.